Alright, so when you are running your application in test mode in FlutterFlow, you will just see this button here, which is generally not available in the run mode. Alright, so if you see this instant reload, it will instantly reload the page, and the current session will be available for 11 minutes as I'm using the free and open version. I'm not using the enterprise version as of now. So open version is available for 11 minutes. Alright, so let me come here to my project. Okay, now we have to set up the API first. So in the left panel, you have to reach out to this place which says API calls. Okay, just hover your mouse there. It says API calls. You have to click here and you'll see this page. Here I need to add one call. So I'll click on add. We have two options here: create API group, create API calls. Right now we are talking about create API call. Okay, so by default it says get. All right, so we need to give it some name. Like this name will be helpful to us to recognize this API in our project. So let me just name it get pincode. All right, the type of the method here is get. Now you might be knowing that when we talk about RESTful API calls, we have these methods: get, post, delete, put, patch. So talking briefly about it, get is used to fetch the data, post is used to upload the data, delete will delete, put will update the data. Sorry, post helps us to insert the data, put helps us to update the data, and we have patch. So let us right now talk about get the data. Let me put up the API here, the URL of the API. I'll just copy that and paste it here. Okay, so before completing the process here, first we will just go to response and test. Let us just click on test API. You will see what result we were getting there, the same result in JSON format and in some organized manner here. All right, so here you can see that the pin code is 110001. Okay, and that is for India. So what all data it puts up, that whole thing you will see here. All right, but you have one thing here. It says 110001, and when I run this query, it will always give me output for New Delhi, as you can see here. But what if I want to put up some another pin code? Okay, so if I put up 400001 and go to response and test API, it shows me the address of Mumbai. All right, so whatever the last thing that I give here, this last thing, it is changing my output. Now if I put the same pin code for all, it is going to give me the static result, but I want the dynamic result. So whatever user will put, whatever pin code the user will put, accordingly I want to show the output. All right, so this thing is going to change, and basically I want this thing from the user. So what I can do here is I can just use a variable here saying pincode, and let me go here, query parameter. Let me add one query parameter, name pincode. The same thing that you have given here, the same thing you have to pass here. All right, and that will come from variable. Okay, from variable we are going to fetch this data, and creating a new variable, it will automatically create a new variable using the same name. After doing that, let us go to variables. Here already one variable is added according to this query parameter. Now we have to specify the type of data. This is going to be integer. As you have seen here, it were number, right? So we will use an integer here, and rest everything is okay. Let us go to response and test. Now you can see the variable is added here as well. Okay, so if you just click on test API call, it will give you nothing, right? It says 404. As you can see, we have not, it is looking for the pin code of variable. So if I provide 400001 and just test the API, it will tell me information about Mumbai. If I change this to 110001, it will give me the information about New Delhi, right? And so on. If I change this thing to something else like 390011, and test the API, it will tell me the place somewhere in Vadodara, Gujarat, right? So whatever value I'm giving here, accordingly it is fetching the output and putting here. Now you see one interesting thing here is that this is one JSON array and this is an JSON object. So this array is of JSON object, right? So if you go to Mumbai example, here you can see in post office array we have so many JSON objects. All right, so coming down, let us see something more. We have JSON path here. You have the tutorial, you can just anytime you can just take example from there. Let's go to recommended. So recommended will give us all the paths available. All right, so first is still message, then we have status, then post office, and so on. Now these are coming from the headers here. All right, JSON key. JSON, you know, it's a key value pair. So whatever the keys are, the keys will be available here in JSON path. These are recommended, open. Selected will show all that we have selected. All right, so let us come here to recommended. I would need this one, so let me select this. I would need name and I want to show the district. Okay, if I just click on this I option, which is preview, it will tell me what all options I will get in output, right? If I disable this, it will just go off. If I enable this, I'll see the what output it has. It is holding, right? Anyway, so I would need these three things: post office array, name, and district. One interesting thing here is that post office name is coming after post office. So if I provide information till here, or if I make connection till post office, I just need to pass name and district to fetch the district out of there. Anyway, we will see that. Let us go to selected. Here you can see that whatever we have selected here, these things are coming here. And in list means it is an array. Okay, one important thing here is that we need to provide the local name here. Okay, so let me just give the same name as given here. If I want, I can change it. Okay, name and district. All right, giving the localized name, and these are JSON path. Everything is running, everything is ready here. Let me just click on add call. If you want to delete any of these, you can just click on this delete button. If you want to add something more, you can go back to recommended and add that. It will get added. All right, that's up to you how you want to work with your APIs. Once we have added the call, let me just save it. Let me come back here to my beat. Now I need to design it. So basically I want to take the user input. User will give me the pin code number, and when I click on the button, it should show me the value of it. The value would be the area name and the district. We're talking about India. It can be any other example as well. Okay, so here we have the basic structure of our application. Column. In column, I want to add one text field. So let me add a field there, which appears here. Now it is ticking up to the app bar, so I'll just put 20 up there. It will leave some space there, 20. Okay, some space around. Then let me add one button. This button will help me to when I click on this button, it will fetch the data from here and put it in the list view out here. So for that we will need one list view as well. So let me add one list view which comes here. Let me add padding to it. If I lock this and give 10, it will leave 10 pixels of space from all around. In the list view, I want one column as of now, and that column should have two text view, one for the name, the area name, and the another one for the district. All right, so you can see this is ready. Now here I just want to show one tile, how my one tile will look like. All right, if I want, I can just change the style of it, maybe body medium to maybe I should change it to title large, and this is district, this is area, and this is district. However you want to design, you can just change these things from